Hey guys, Convolva here, and today I want to talk about copyright and basically what has been going on with my channel right now. So, recently I had to deal with not one but two copyright issues, one of which is still ongoing. I don't know what the problem is with these producers, whether they are just jealous of my work or maybe they just don't understand how copyright law works. Even after mentioning it repeatedly that the templates I publish are only for learning purposes and nothing more, people do not seem to understand what I mean by that. So I felt the need to create this video to clear the air. Now, if you guys follow me on Instagram, some of you might be aware of this guy called Castro who took my track last week and uploaded it on all stores and streaming platforms as his own through CD Baby. As a result, CD Baby made a claim on my Vinny Vici template video based on the content ID system saying that I do not own the rights to my own work. To be honest, I didn't even know who this Castro guy is until I received the claim from CD Baby on his behalf saying that I have used his copyrighted material on my video, which makes no sense at all because he does not own the copyright to that content. I gave the template for learning purposes, although if you look at the description, it says standard YouTube license and not Creative Commons, which means that even though I might have given you guys the FLP of my work, you do not have the copyright to release it as your own composition. Listen guys, I do not have a problem with you people downloading my templates and trying to learn from it. Maybe even iterate by using the sounds to create something totally new. That was the whole point of me posting the template, so that new producers can use it as a free resource to learn from. It becomes my problem when you release it as your own creation or even a collaboration and then claim rights to it. Because it is like creating a remix for a track and then claiming the rights to the original, which makes absolutely no sense and is 100% classified as copyright infringement. I had to literally mail CD Baby to remove their false claim on my video along with the counter notice on YouTube to get them to back down. CD Baby then removed their claim from my videos within 24 hours of me sending them the mail along with an apology and clear instructions to remove his content from all stores and streaming platforms as they are a DMCA compliant. In case if you don't know what DMCA is, it is short for Digital Millennium Copyright Act, which protects content creators such as me from getting blatantly ripped off without prior permissions. Then I filed a copyright takedown notice for Castro's upload on YouTube as it was infringing and YouTube removed his content from their website. Although I didn't really bother with removing his content from other stores and streaming platforms, which I technically should have done because it's still infringing, but I made my peace with it. And besides, I looked up his profile and it seems like the stores have already buried his release in the system, probably because it didn't pick up the initial traction which is required for the algorithm to recognize it and push it forward. Trust me guys, if you have to ask whether it's okay to post someone else's content without permission, most often than not, it is probably not okay for you to do that. Best thing in my opinion would be to ask for permission. But anyway, then all was fine for a week and everything started to go back to normal, or so I thought. And bam, I received another copyright notice from YouTube, and this time it was my track Deep in Agumbe, which I wrote last year. I started writing this track back when I was in Manipal, and there was this beautiful place called as Agumbe nearby. And I just wanted to encapsulate the feeling of being there in this track. Now, if you look at the release date and compare it with the project file details on my DAW, you will see that it took me more than 1.5 years to write and release this. My initial reaction was, hold the phone. This could have easily been a mistake and maybe, just maybe, YouTube mismatched some other video's URL to mine or something. So I checked the details of the claimant and I was pretty shocked. This guy, who goes by the name The Dark Side, downloaded my whole track from some third-party YouTube to MP3 converter and then released it with a new name and then decided to remove the original video so that there is no competitor in the market and so that he doesn't end up with any copyright issues later on. What he probably doesn't understand is how copyright law works. The fact that he can get into some really deep shit for messing with the system, and the fact that I own the EAN and ISRC codes for this track. I know for a fact that YouTube takes this very seriously. As a matter of fact, in the legal DMCA complaint that you send to YouTube, they have a clause which says I agree that abuse of this complaint tool will result in the termination of my YouTube account. Which is to say that you can get permanently banned from YouTube or be suspended out of your own account for messing with this. I'm not even kidding guys, like this is his channel right here and this is the track which he completely ripped out. And if you look at his channel, you'll see that he's got a lot of videos up here, and who knows, maybe some of it might even be his own original creations. But now it all faces a good chance of being terminated just because he tried to monkey around with the system. But I have to give it to this guy for the audacity that he had to do what he did. But then again, it is probably some cheeky teenager who's trying to throw some shit at the wall just to see what sticks. YouTube, as always, forwarded me the DMCA claim made by this guy, removed my video, and gave me a copyright strike because they think I do not understand the copyright law, telling me that to prevent this from happening, please don't upload videos containing copyrighted content that you aren't allowed to use. Which is a bit insulting and disrespectful, as I believe that now there are some restrictions on my channel to the maximum length of the video and me being able to live stream. This has only left me with two choices realistically. One is to file a counter notification, and two is to beg or request the claimant to remove the strike and the notice. Obviously, I filed a counter notification as I am the original creator of Deep in Agumbe, and I have the EAN and the ISRC code along with the project file itself to prove that. But what I hate about all this is how YouTube decided to deal with this and how they're sort of washing their hands in the whole process, when they should really be improving their copyright management system to better protect original content creators, rather than handling over critical aspects of the website like copyright to bots, especially when they're so bad at handling it. I believe YouTube's system is highly biased and it works such that it favors the claimant a lot more than the defender, which is a sad reality we live in. I think there is a room for a lot of improvement here. Maybe instead of assigning people to check whether a channel is good enough for YPP, they could hire some to deal with the real issues such as the copyright system itself. I've seen countless videos in the past from so many of my favorite YouTubers having to deal with these issues because YouTube's copyright system is kind of broken and is not perfect. But let's hope that they fix it soon because it is a much needed change. So there has been a small development in the situation with Darkside while making this video. I recently sent him a copyright takedown notice on SoundCloud for his infringing content, which resulted in him getting a strike. And he seems to have responded with a threatening mail saying that I stole his music and that he will sue me if I don't remove the strike. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about when I say people clearly don't understand how the copyright law works. Also, an important point to note is that there are no consistent international copyright laws which protect works of art or intellectual properties. So if you think you can just misuse the system and sue a person for copyright infringement from another country, then that is not the case. You have to do that in the country where the person you want to sue resides in. So I replied to him and gave him my blessings for the same. What is really weird about this is that his upload got 1.36 million plays on SoundCloud, with 0 comments from real people, which is really shady. Anyway guys, I will deal with this issue. But right now, I'm planning to officially release Vasi everywhere. I just got the artwork from one of my artist friends who does graphic designing, and she does some really trippy artworks. I'll put her links down in the description and I think you guys should really check her work. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching and make sure to hit the like and subscribe button.